turn that off. There we go. We don't want the music on. Hello, everybody. Hello, EU. Anyway, I'm Fujit. This is PYS number 4, final stage. Now, we will be following Endgame, but they've got a bye, so we're not following them yet. We are going out with Demon against Tertia. They're the first ones out. Let's have a look at the group stage. Well, not the group stage. Let's have a look at the final stage here. So we'll be picking up Endgame later on in the evening, because when it loads, you'll see why. Maybe. For sure, we're not going out until 32 minutes past the hour against Quick. We are therefore going out with Demon against Tertia, as I said. So they're going out first on the hour. It's going to be Dynasty's Pearl and Alpenstadt, so let's have a look at those, if we can. Dynasty's Pearl, where are you? Oh, typical. Where did I put it? We can go out here. It's an encounter battle, but it doesn't really matter. We're only going to do an overview anyway. It's just a fly overview to see what we can expect from the teams today. So, sorry, rival. I'm just going to wait for this replay. It's not a supremacy matter, but it doesn't really matter, as I said. So let's get up high here. What can we expect on Dynasty's Pearl? Well, numerous things. Firstly, we have the C cap that's normally sat around here. We then have the B cap, which is sat in between the buildings there. And then we have the A cap, which is set in that park area there. Dynasty's Pearl, wow, you're normally going to get super heavies of some description, either an E100 or a mouse. You generally get that teams like to send their tanks over to the C cap, especially the mediums and lights, get those early spots if they can, to see if anybody's going this way. The idea being, if you can fast cap C, you can then bring in your super heavies like the mouse and stuff, and put them around this area where the B cap will be, and then you can put your hull down tanks into the park area, preventing the cap from being taken. If, however, you are minded to go down to the A cap, which does happen, people like to fast cap A, and then they like to sort of hunker down around this area with their all down tanks, maybe IS4s, E5s. Sometimes you see them sticking tanks on here just to overwatch, or on these corners, with their super heavies, mouses, E100s being here so they can push into the B cap. If they take more than 2 mouses, sometimes it happens, then you probably find one of them sat here just waiting to see if anything comes flanking through, depending if they've got the cap advantage. Generally, in Dynasty's Pearl, it's all about the B cap. Some teams, and I've seen it earlier today on Asia, like to try and fast cap the B cap. Sometimes it works, sometimes it just doesn't. What you generally find is A cap and C cap. Whoever gets that cap first is then looking to either flank or push through that B. So it's going to be interesting to see. It really, really is. They can do anything. They have multiple strats for these games, guys. Let's be perfectly frank and honest with you. Wasn't the other game Alpenstadt? I think it was, wasn't it? I think it was Alpenstadt. I can't remember. See, I'm fried. My head is fried. I'm sorry about that. I'm pretty sure it is Alpenstadt. Let me just check. Yeah, it was Alpenstadt. I'm just being a muppet. So let's have a quick look at Alpenstadt. We may not get to Alpenstadt, but it's always good to have a view just in case. Brent, the only reward you will get on the streams, any streams, during the spring season at the moment for the PYS, is the streamer's friendly, laid-back personality, and of course the clan's absolutely awesome and amazing gameplay. So this is Alpenstadt, nice big map. So what can we expect here? Well, in a public game, you sort of get all the lights and mediums and TDs going around this route if they spawn there. Not necessarily in a tournament. You'll probably get a light tank going around here, or a medium tank going around here, trying to get those spots to see if anything's going in. If nothing is, they may then cap. You will then get potentially some heavies like a mouse or something of that description to sit here just to overlook this B cap, with teams looking to put pressure onto that C cap. 9 times out of 10, you get a brawl around between the B and the C cap area. It all depends again on their strats. I mean, the main positionings for this is again either the A cap or the C cap with contesting around the B cap. You generally get the super heavies contesting around here, and it can be quite good fun. It all depends again on, like I said, what strat they're due to take. I have seen clans basically being aggressive and going all out to the A cap. Mainly you'll get tanks sort of sitting around here trying to get those spots, staying all down so they can reset the B cap if necessary, or put cross shots down to the mouse or whatever tank they're sitting into that rock pile there. From the other side, like I said, it's very rare to get anybody sitting here. It's more likely to be around this area. But again, we will see. It's always an interesting map, is Alpenstadt. We should now have the room invite, so let's jump in. We'll jump in. There we go, look. Boom, boom. Jump in. And, well, I'll jump back out again to just show you a few other things. I'm not the only one streaming today. In fact, there's quite a few of us streaming. So we have Aminette. She is streaming Vale versus Serenity. Me, of course. We have Demon Vertersha. And then we jump onto Endgame versus Quick. Wild One's Helper, well, he's got A1N1 versus Kraken S, and then he will be following APA. And then you've got Every, who has got BPS against Sparta, and then he will be following Loka versus Reti. All the streamers are following through the bracket, so it's not like if one team goes out, that's it, the streamer's finished. It's not going to work that way. They're going to follow through the bracket. So don't feel obliged to sit here and sort of watch my uncanny beard keep growing as I do the stream. By all means, go and support the team and the streamer that you prefer. Don't get offended, guys. There's no competition between the streamers when it comes to tournament streams. I will be perfectly frank and honest with you. However, we are following endgame later. Just remember that. Yeah, hi, mate. So, we've got just under 2.5 minutes to go. Let's see if we've got anybody here yet. Yes, we have. So we will have Demon on the south spawn and Tertia on the north spawn. I haven't streamed any of these, to be fair. Hey, Speculate. I haven't streamed, sorry, I need to say hello to everybody. It's very difficult to sort of interact with you guys. I do read the chat, but there's like a delay, so it's very, very, excuse me, it's really difficult to interact with you. Anyway, I don't know all the team, Demon and Tertia. I've not streamed them until today, so we've got, oh dear, Zamesh. I think that's Zamesh in Russian. So I'm going to call you Zamesh. I'm sorry if that's wrong. No Joke. That one I can do. Dark Side. I can do that. Forever Drunk. So let's go through them. So we have Zamesh in a VK90. No Joke in a Crown Wagon. Dark Side potentially in a Mouse. Forever Drunk. What a great name. In an E5. Alex T is in a Batchat. Luxter is in potentially a VK90, and Not To Be, what a great name, in a 113. But Luxter is now jumped into a Crown Wagon. Moving over to Tertia, we have Cotilla in a 50B. Cascalana in an AMX 50B, so doubling up in the 50B there. So, what's that? Securitas in a Crown Wagon. Wider in an IS4, Saviga in a Crown Wagon, Pajat in a Mouse, and Pepejito in an IS4. I mean, if I remember rightly, Tertia is a Spanish clan and Demon is a Russian-speaking clan. So, excuse me for you know, getting everything wrong. I've just probably slaughtered all of those names there. I really apologise, guys, but I struggle to speak English, let alone any other language. So, apologies in advance. I will do my best, however. I will do my best to speak and try and get the Russian, Spanish names and pronunciations right, but don't expect anything spectacular or major. We've got just over 10 seconds to go before we kick off here on Dynasty's Pearl. As you see there, I mean, super heavies, well, not really on the Demon side. VK90s are a super heavy, so they can sort of double up. They just have a little bit more maneuverability. There is a Mouse on Tertia, so, you know, super heavies are not disappointing. As you can see, Tertia do have the hit point advantage here, mainly because of that Mouse. I'm expecting, well, pretty much what we saw in the flyovers. So let's work out, see where they're going to go. Let's get up high into the back of that map. Now, as you can see here, we've already got Alex in the back chat, heading for that B cap. Like I said, if you can get a fast cap, it's pretty cool. Can he? Yes, he can. He's going to get in there. He's going to be confronted by two AMX-50Bs, though, of Cascalana and Cortilla. That's going to be difficult for him, but Cortilla has not loaded up yet. Oh, he's going to get wrecked here. Poor old Alex T. He is going to go down. There he goes. So down already. And this is the danger of trying to fast cap the B cap. Moving over. Wow. It's going to be a C cap brawl and a B cap brawl. Now Tertia's got the bit between their teeth, pushing down onto No Joke. Unfortunately, the AMX-50Bs are just going to take him down. There we go. Cascalana has gone down though, but the B cap is now being taken by Demon, but Tertia. Cotilla is going to go down here. Forever Drunk should be able to take him out unless he gets out there. No, it's not to be who takes him down, but Luxter is going to go down here in the Kranwagen. He's not long for the game. Down he goes. So we've now got the two heavies of the VK90s, and as you can see there, Forever Drunk is being pushed and harassed. There he is. Wider and Pepajito and Secretus are all trying to put shots in. The VK90s are now moving down to help him out, but it may be a little bit too little too late. Down he goes. So it's 3 against... Oh, Sviga's gone down though. So here come all three of them, the VK90s and the WZ 113 coming in. So does the Mouse of Pija. So it's basically, well, it's all of them in there. Oh, down goes the Kranwagen. That was 3 on 3, but not to be. Should go down here. The Mouse should be able to finish him off. There we go. Now it's 3 against 2. The two VK90s are the last two standing here. Bit of a brawly game, but at the moment it is in the hands of Tertia. They have got the hit point advantage. They have got the gun advantage. The Mouse is just trying to block Darkside and the VK90 from getting any shots through. Well, Pepajito and Wilder in the Ice Force try and focus on Zmesh. He is being whittled down. He's now a one shot. Oh, that's a bounce. Pepajito bouncing him. Darkside. Oh, he goes down, leaving Darkside as the last man standing. And the Mouse doing a great job there of preventing Darkside from pushing through. Now it's 1 against 3. Darkside is not going to last this game, unfortunately for him. And as you can see here, Piget is just going to keep pushing him and blocking him, whilst the IS-4s just farm him. So this game will go to Tertia. Simple as that. There it goes. It's all over. So 1-0 to Tertia at the expense of Demon. So poor old backchat there, Alex tried to fast cap B, and as I showed in the flyover, a lot of clans try to fast cap B, but the problem with fast capping B is that if the other side know that it's a crucial cap, and they will try and get there as well. Not to take it, but to put pressure on it. And as soon as the backchat went in, it was just his misfortune that two AMX-50Bs, fully loaded, came around the corner. So put them on the back foot automatically, and then Tertia just had the bit between their teeth and decided just to push right through. So GG on both teams there. It was closer than it looked, but you never know. Right, so we're going to swap those spawn points here in Dynasty's Pool. This time Demon is going to go on the north spawn and Tertia on the south. Tertia's already readied up. We have Kotil in a Kranwagen, Cascalana in a Kranwagen, Secretus in a Mouse, Wider in an IS-4, Sviga in a Kranwagen, Piget, is that, I don't know how you sound that because it's Spanish, it's Piget in a Mouse, and Pepajito in an IS-4. Moving over to Demon, we have Zmesh in a Kranwagen, No Joke in a Mouse, Darkside in a 113, Forever in a Mouse, Alex in an IS-4, Luxter in a Kranwagen, and Not to Be in an IS-4. Let me just sup some coffee, if you don't mind. Sviga's just changing his tank from a Kranwagen to an E5. So this time, two Mouses for Tertia. The VK90 has been dropped in favour of 2 Mouses as well for Demon, so we're going to see a lot of mouse-on-mouse action, I would have thought, in this game. Let's wait and see. So hit points, not much in it, 200 give or take, in the favour of Demon. Well, not a massive advantage, not at this level, to be fair. Let's get a pie into the back of that map. As you can see, Demon are heading towards the C and the B cap area. I'm expecting the Mouses to tail off and sort of head down the B route. Don't know which side it'll be though. It could be that side or it could be that side. Looking at Tertia, well, I mean, they're all bunched up as well, and they're all going for the same C and B cap as well. So as you can see, the two Mouses, Scritus and Paget, are moving up to the normal B route, and the Mouses, apart from No Joke is not going where I expected him. The rest of Tertia is lining up in the park area, using their capabilities to go all down. The Mouses aren't advancing quickly up there. They don't need to. Here we have the Crown Wagon of Mesh trying to get into a good position to try and get shots across. He is supported by Darkside and 113 and Lickster in the Crown Wagon. The Mouse of No Joke, wow, he's pretty far forward there. And Forever Drunk is just holding the line. The IS-4s of Alex and Not To Be. This is a bit more sort of tentative by Demon this time. Not so fast and furious as the last game. There we go, Cascalana is trying to put shots into Luxter, but he's in a good position, Luxter, hold down. Now goes No Joke along with Alex. They're going to push onto the C-cap. Don't know if that's a good idea. We'll soon find out. He is a mouse, after all. He's not going to go into the C-cap. He's just going to keep pushing. Okay, that's an interesting way to use a mouse. Use it to do the spots. Now he pushes into the C-cap. He does have some support, don't get me wrong, but he's also a big beacon. Cotilla is going to try and come around and put shots into Oh, that's a good shot into Cotilla. So Critus there is seeing, well, hang on, if you're going into the C-cap, then we'll take the B-cap. But that's going to prompt Forever Drunk in his mouse to move. Now Demon are trying to sort of push towards Darkside, and Jmesh is trying to get around onto Wilder, but Darkside, Wilder here in Pepejito in Saviga, down goes Jess. Darkside will now be the focus of attention to the 113. Lickster comes in, No Joke comes in, but they've lost 2 tanks already. Okay, Wilder is now a one-shot. As you can see, he's also in an IS-4. No Joke should finish him off, but it's going to take down 1 tank for the cost of 2 and a cost of a lot of hit points, maybe the cost of 3, because Alex has gone down. Wilder is still a hope and still alive. Forever Drunk is rotated in. They do take down Cotilla, and Wilder does go down now, but it's 3 against a lot. Skritus there, look at them blocking. That is fantastic move from Skritus there of Tertia. Forever Drunk is getting shots into the back, but No Joke is going to go down. And now it's 2 against too many. This again is going to go to Tertia. A little bit aggressive, methinks, there, where Demon playing into Tesha's hands, and as you can see, Tesha just punishing them, absolutely punishing them. And Not To Be, well, he's the focus of attention. The mouse is, Pepejito jumping on the mouse, and why not? Yeah, you got nothing to lose now. Not To Be, it's just a big brawl. Forever Drunk, who's going to go down first? It's going to go Forever Drunk. It's Not To Be, goes down last. So Tesha make it through to the next round at the expense of Demon. I think Demon was just a little bit over eager there, but it is what it is. And Tesha were a little bit more composed, and the focus fire was very nice. So, you know, congratulations to Tesha, commiserations to Demon. Well, we're now going to back away until endgame, which will be in about, well, 20 minutes, 22 minutes in fact. So let's find out where they're going first. So we got endgame against Quick. They're going out on Halas and Desert Sands. Let's have a look at that. Let's have a look at Halas. Excuse me a moment while I just have to take a phone call. Sorry about that. That's a work phone call at 10 p.m. my time. So there you go. What am I doing? Alice is back up here. So I haven't got an overview, so we're going to go have a look at an actual game, and then we'll fly over. It's not going to miss. We've already seen this replay, so it doesn't really matter. So this is Hellas. Interesting map. It's not as big as you think. So what can we expect to see here? Well, we've got A and B caps on this side and the C cap over there. Now what you generally find here on Hellas is some teams like to send, well, one, maybe, if they're going to do the A strat, they'll go in with their heavies and then they'll try and leave one in there and then try and get down into these parts here, putting pressure on the B cap. And it's the same from the other side. They like to get their tanks around this area. It puts pressure on, they can go haul down, especially with E5s, and even keeping the bottom plate of the IS-4 down. Some clans like to send some tanks to around this area, or if they're being really aggressive, to this bush here, just to get those spots, see where things are going. They also like to send tanks out to the C-cap, again, just to get those spots. It's pretty much the same from the other side, to be honest with you. Pretty much the same strat. The only difference is if the clans are like to be ultra aggressive, then you may see big pushes coming down this area, or alternatively you will see them push through and try and flank around this area. Whilst the two caps are pretty close to each other over this side, you generally find that a lot of the brawls start over here and then move into this direction. So again, it's an interesting map. It's you know, if Endgame are going to do what they were doing last night, which is the diverse meta selection, well, we're going to see different things. We're going to see different tank use, and we're going to see different strats employed by them. Either way, LS is always a fun map to watch tournament-wise, not so much to play. The other one was, I believe, was it Oasis Palms? Again, I'm losing the plot to an extent. I'm losing the plot to an extent. I think it was Oasis Palms, but I can't remember. I can't remember. Pretty sure it was. No, it was Desert Sands. Good job I checked. Desert Sands. Well, I'm not expecting it to go that far into a decider, but you never know. I mean, I haven't got it. Look at that. I haven't got it there. It's not like Endgame. I haven't been known to turn up with only a few players. Like 6. I don't have a Desert Sands because I don't think we've actually done a flyover on Desert Sands. Do we need to do a flyover on Desert Sands? I haven't got a Desert Sands. Oh, I have. There we go. It's not a supremacy, but we know where the caps are. So let's get up high. Basically, what you have, we know we have the C cap in the sort of half crescent moon, the crescent moon buildings over there. B cap is where the cap is here, and then we have the A cap in just before. So what you generally have is you normally have like a light or a medium come into this position. Again, it's a mirror to get those early spots, and most teams like to send tanks into the desert. Some like to go full on, putting blind shots as they cross the tracks both sides. Some, however, like to come down into this gully, push down, and then straight onto the bridge and through and put pressure on. Again, it's sort of a mirror both sides. And you normally get a lot of action around the A cap and in the desert area. However, I've seen recently some clans liking to try and fast cap on the B cap. You also get some clans who are a little bit more tentative, taking the C cap and then rotating to positions to just overlook the B cap and sending tanks down to probably around this area to look at the flanks. Some like to be pretty more, you know, in your face, and on the flanks they like to go around this area, and on the other side on to this area by these buildings. The problem is if the other team decides to push over on one flank, then you can be pretty sort of outmaneuvered around here. It all depends what mood they're in. Most tournaments, the action is in the desert, but we never know what they're going to do. But this is endgame. Oh, look at that. There's a mouse there. There's a mic there. See that? Nobody told me. Right. I'll tell you what we're going to look at. As we've got endgame coming up, I'm going to show you a replay that was sent from one of the endgame guys late last night. And it is one of the best replays I've seen. Now, this is a 113, and it's I Love Susie Bay here on Canyon. Just watch this replay. I'm going to drop my ugly mug off so you can see it better. This is one of the best replays you're going to see, believe me. I'm not just saying that because I'm showing it. You just watch this replay, guys. It is amazingly beautiful. I'm telling you. I'm not even going to comment on it because there's no point. This replay will do all the talking that needs to be done. A few issues with FPS tonight. The game FPS is not the best. It's the game FPS. It's nothing else. It's coming from the game. To be fair, the servers are a little bit heated, I think. And I'm looking at the other streams, and they're sort of struggling as well with a bit of lag. And as I said, it's not the best. It's fluctuating, and it's because the servers, to be honest with you guys, nothing else. Unfortunately, these things happen. And it's Friday, so there's probably a lot of people on, and they've been tinkering with it, with updates and stuff. As you know, they've put things in the garage and stuff like that. New event, which is this airdrop, etc, etc. And it sort of destabilizes the server for a little bit as the server plays catch up. Now, this is where this replay really comes into its own. I mean, look at this. This is unbelievable. No, Everton. Well, Serenity are a tough opponent, I'm afraid. But that is disappointing news. But they are a tough opponent, Serenity. Oof. You did realise it was 7-on-1, yeah? You did notice that. There you go. 7 on 1. And then people wonder why endgame. Susie, I am a god. I mean, wow. Wow. I mean, that is just an unbelievable replay. And this is why the endgame guys, I mean, look at this. He's done 50,000 battles. So, no 100% win rate there. And people wonder why endgame is so good. I mean, when you see battles like that, it's just amazing. And I'm sorry about the lag. It's nothing I can do about it, to be perfectly honest with you guys. I can't do anything about the lag. It's coming from the game. There's a lot of people on, and it's sort of overloading the game, unfortunately. That's one of the issues. And I'm getting a lot of messages here. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So, yeah, that's one of the issues we've got. So let's have a look at the scores on the doors. Let's find out what's been going on before we do another replay. So, final stage. Round of 16. So that was round of 32. So round of 32 we lost Demon, Krakeness, Sparta and Vale. So Vale losing to Serenity 2-0. I mean, Serenity are ranked, are pretty good. They are second in the table. So that was a horrible matchup there, to be perfectly honest with you. Sparta, well, they've been playing well. They were matched up with BPS, so BPS are riding high as well. So these are two, you know, they're both top 8 at the moment. So Sparta are going to be disappointed. And let's see how the others are doing. So we know Tertia are through. What about S4W? S4W are through. They had Reckham, so they will be going out. What about Astra? Astra, oh wait, oh, they had a bye. They had a bye, so, you know. Quick, we know. Loka. Well, Loka also had a bye, so they're through already. IW. Well, they are at a bye as well, and they're going to face Serenity, so that's going to be a tough game for them. Cash. Well, they also had a bye, and they're A1, N1, so a lot of buys going through here, which is disappointing. Loka and Reti are playing, so BPS Gigapoots. This is the other BPS team. They also had a bye, and they're playing Fuha. A lot of buys tonight. Fuha also had a bye, and they're playing BPS, as we see. Endgame we know, APA. APA also had a bye. I mean, did everybody have a bye tonight? I mean, it's just ridiculous, to be fair. To be honest with you, that's just ridiculous seeding. That's ridiculous grouping. And, you know, I can understand why clans are annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I can understand why clans are annoyed. In fact, let's just have a check on Blitz Assistant. I just want to check something myself. Bear with me. Let's have a look. So yeah, so basically only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clans played in round 16, which meant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 had buys. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous, to be fair. And, you know, Wargaming, guys, you've got to sort this out. You really have, because you're not playing fair on the clans, to be honest with you. I'm not saying that because I'm in Vale, I'm saying that because you know, with the MM as it works, we're losing clans that you know, too early, to be honest with you. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's probably put paid to Vale's chances of getting into the top 8. To be honest with you, I mean, they were down in what, 15th, I think. Yeah, they were down in 15th. So Kraken S have lost out, Vale have lost out, FV207 have lost out, Raid have lost out, Zenith have lost out, Sparta have lost out. To be honest with you, and you know, this has got to be sorted. It's got to be sorted when S4W are through, okay, and they're down in the lower echelon, and S4W are through, they're down in 17th, and they're through because of the 100% win rate. So I'm not blaming S4W, because at the end of the day, the 100% win rate thing wasn't sorted. So I can't blame S4W, it's not S4W's fault. You know, at the end of the day, everybody's going to, you know, if you're giving a thumbs up to use 100% win rate accounts, people are going to abuse it. It is that simple and that straightforward. It doesn't make it a nice thing though, yeah? It doesn't make it a nice thing. But it is what it is. Disappointing. No doubt the guys at Vale are going to be disappointed. In fact, they're probably very, very, very disappointed. And incredibly upset. Unfortunately, it does happen. Unfortunately, it does happen. Anyway, that was then, this is now. We are going out with Endgame against Quick here on Halas. Endgame will be on the south spawn, Quick on the north spawn. Quick have read it up. Again, I don't know Quick, so let's have a look at them. We have Striker in a Crown Wagon. I have no idea how to say that. I'm going to call you Barge. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it, to be fair. So Barge in an IS-4. Bo, I'm going to call you Bo, I'm sorry again, is in a Crown Wagon. Simon, I'm going to call you Simon, is in a T22. Cedric is in a Vickers Light. Atlantis in a Crown Wagon. And I'm going to have to call you YK, I'm sorry. And YK is in an IS-4. Now, I do read Russian, but I don't read Russian when they put Russian into sort of English letters. If it was in Russian letters, I'd understand it, but I don't understand it. So I can't really say what they are. So I'm going to call you Striker, Baj, Bo, Simon, Cedric, Atlantis, and JK. Sorry about that, guys, but it's very difficult for me to sort of get to the grips of that one, I'm afraid. So let's just jump out a minute. I just wanted to see something with regard to the clans. So Endgame have a 71.87% win rate. Quick, who got a buy, by the way. And this is why they're getting a buy, because of this 100% win rate here. You've got 63% win rate. Now if you go down to Vale, we've got a 65% win rate. And this is the issue, you see, because the 100% win rates screw everything up, basically. That's basically what happens. And, you know, as I said, you can't blame the clans for doing it. Why would you? Anyway, Endgame should be rolling in and rolling up now. I better not forget the webcam this time, which is what I generally do. There we go. Hello, I'm back. So we have Endgame not ready yet. We have Hollow Purple in a Grill. Carolade in a 50M. They're going to do it again. They're going to diversify, aren't they, with their tanks, which is brilliant to watch. Radikos is not readied up yet. It's potentially in an E5. Toby in an E100. Winch potentially in an E100. Isle of Susie Bay we saw being very OP in a 113 in an E5. Object 3 in an E100. However, they're all changing. Radikos possibly jumping into a VK72 here on Hellas. That is also true, Blitzhanger. That is also true. Vale not playing their best. I agree with that. I'm not going to disagree with that. What do we got then? So let's go through it again. We got Purple, Hollow Purple in a Grill, Carolade in an E50M, Radikos, Mouse, Toby E100, Winch E100, Isle of Susie E50, Object 3 E100. So they're playing around with their meta again here endgame, trying to get some diversity into those tankies. They did this last night, and I think that, I mean, Chocolate even came on to the YouTube channel chat and said, we want to diversify. So, looking at the hit points, while Endgame have just got it. Hello, Trap Melon, how you doing? Endgame have got the hit point advantage, but they have gone, with the exception of the two E50Ms, they've gone super heavy, which has surprised me with Endgame. But then again, nothing surprises me with Endgame anymore. So, Isle of Susie is rushing out towards that C-cap. He's going to be followed by Hollow Purple in the Grill. The E100s and the Mouse, well, they're going to take whatever, an age to get to where they're going. Carolade is heading towards the A-cap. And as you can see, Quick are already in towards the B-cap, but they're not taking anything. So Carolade is going to probably try and fast-cap the A-cap here. Let's have a rotation around and see what Quick are doing. Well, we have YK in the IS-4. He's capping. He's got BJ behind him in the IS-4 just for cover. But the majority of the Quick team are in the middle area, not really pushing forward. Radikos has been spotted, but he's also spotted Striker. This is going to give the advantage, the knowledge to Endgame that they can push through probably onto C. Carolade has already taken A and he's rotating out. So let's have a look at the C cap, because we've got Toby lumbering his way over there in the E100, the big lumbering E100. Hollow Purple in the Grill is rotated all the way back around just to cover the A cap, just in case they push through on it. And he's going to smack them when they do. Striker already has had a bit of a bloody nose, courtesy of Toby, I think. Winch also getting a little bit of a smacking from Atlantis there in the Crown Wagon. But at the moment, Endgame have got control of this map. Total control of this map. Now they're stacking their tanks up, expecting the push on the A-cap. YK and BJ in the IS-4s are going to push to those positions I sort of pointed out. And they could get punished. Radikos is really well forward in the Mouse, where the cap would normally be. BJ and YK are not going to be able to cap A. If they stick their nose out, Hollow Purple is just going to absolutely punish them. Carolade tries to put shots in, and you can... Oh, and there goes Hollow Purple, putting a great roll into the IS-4. Simon in the T-22 comes around, he gets a smacking as well. BJ is getting pummeled a little bit. I mean, Endgame have just got control of this at the moment, and Quick, what can they do realistically? They can't really do too much. Quick here, well, they're just going to... They can't take A, they know that. They've left their Crown Wagon still over the other side. Cedric and the Vickers are now rotating back. At the moment, Endgame are just sat there just saying hello. Yeah, Endgame are having a problem with their FPS as well. It's not just me. The FPS is dropping. Oh, good shot into BJ there from Object 3 in the E100. So, Endgame not looking to put any pressure on them just at this moment in time other than cap pressure. They're going to make them make the move. And this is what Endgame does. They control the map and they make the opposition make the move. And when they do this, they then... I mean, they're focus fire. So we've got the Crown Wagon here of Bo along with Vickers of Cedric trying to make a push round. They've now got the others coming in. They're trying to make a push around to the C-cap. Toby is isolated down here, but he has got Winch in support. So Cedric may be able to get a shot into Toby. Oh, wow. Toby absolutely pummeling that T-22 as soon as he dropped into the cap. Winch also unleashing. Down goes YK. Over there, you've got Susie and Object 3 pushing. Toby is going to be loaded here onto Cedric. He makes a bounce, but it's all over on the points. I mean, that is how you control the game. That is how you control the game. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, but you can't look at it that way. If I show you YK's stats, it's different. I mean, if you have a look at his actual stats, okay, and if you look at his stats, he's only done 2 regular battles and 3,000 ratings and 1,000 tournaments. So you know, players do this now because a lot of players don't like playing regular, so they play ratings a lot more. There's no harm in that. There's no harm in that at all. But that was convincing by Feast. Very low damage output from both teams. Endgame really didn't need to do much other than hold and control. 2,800 dished out by Quick. Well, I'll be honest with you. And Quick, guys, don't take this the wrong way, but this is, you know, trying to get into the top 8. Doing 2,800 and not really being, you know, it's well, we'll see. Anyway, we're going to swap the spawn points. This time we will have Endgame on the north spawn and Quick on the south. Endgame with their experimenting on their meta. We've got Hollow Purple in a Mark 6, Carolade in a Mark 6, Radikos in a 215B, Toby in a FV21, he's in a Badger, Winch in a Vickers, Susie in a 215B, Object in an FV4005. Basically, it looks like what they want to do is just play some British tanks. Moving over to Quick, we have Striker in a Crown Wagon, Baj BA, sorry, in an E5, Bo in a Crown Wagon, Simon in a T22, Cedric in an E5, Atlantis in a Crown Wagon, and YK in an E5. So, Endgame still playing with their meta selection. Trying to get people interested in using other tanks. But as Shock said, until they tinker with the E5 and the Crown Wagons, nothing's going to change realistically. Now, look at Susie in the Octopus X. That is the camo you get if you get 4 aces in a tank. Namely, that tank. If you get 4 aces in that tank, you will get that camo. And it is a beautiful camo. Octopus X, it's called. Tell you what, bloody difficult getting 4 aces in that tank. It's not the easiest tank to get an ace in, let alone 4 of them. But there you go. In fact, I want to look at it. I want to see it from the other side. It is nice, I have to admit. It is a nice tank. It is a nice camo. It's basically like the red octopus, but it's the blue one. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. So, Susie, I'm not happy. You've disappointed me. Winch, however, he's getting those early spots in that Vickers. Quick, well, they're going to the C cap, as you can see here. Crown Wagons, however, 2 of them, well, they're very well forward in the dip there. C cap will be taken, but look at this. Hollow Purple, Carolade coming around in their Mark 6s just to put a little bit of pressure on, as you do in the Mark 6. They are putting pressure down on them. Cedric is going to try and come round the back, but already they've denied them the C cap. 2 Mark 6s have denied the C cap. I love Susie in the Octopus X. Beautiful camo. Look at Toby in the Badger. I mean, wowzers. Although I'm not impressed that he's using an American camo on the Badger. Come on, Toby. Come on, man. Sacrilegious. So Toby's going to be pushed here. Oh, he bounces. So he's going to be pushed. They're trying to put those shots into that bottom plate there. Toby is being pushed heavily here. He will go down. There he goes. But watch Radikos come in. So Endgame. Well, Toby, they've lost to Toby, but Bo of Quick is very, very, very unhealthy. Winch, Susie, and Object. Well, Object's on his long reload, so Susie and Winch just need to protect him. And they do so. They do so. Radikos is over there toying with Bo. Susie and Winch. Well, Winch is going for Striker. Object 3 gets out of there. So he survived that. It's all happening. I mean, over here, poor old Cedric is being BA are being pummeled by these 2 chieftains. Down goes Cedric. BA is not much longer. Object 3 does go down. But we're staying with this because I can't believe these two Mark 6s have managed to handle this so deftly. BA's going to go down, sorry. He is definitely going to go down, so there he goes. Moving back over, well, Radikos is giving the Crown Dragons and the T-22 a hard time now in his 215B without the Octo X. Come on, Radikos. Oh, that's a good shot, though. Radikos is now a one-shot. He needs to get into safety. Atlantis is going to come down and try and give him some pressure. He may get a shot into Solomon, into Simon. Oh, Simon bounces and goes down. Didn't need that. YK is going to go down to Winch. Winch is going to take him out. Radikos finally does go down, but it's 3-on-3, but the hit points are favouring Endgame. YK's got 10 hit points. Winch don't care. He's going to take him down, even though he's dropped his reactive armour. 2-on-2. 2-on-1. Striker left. Hollow Purple giving them a hard time. Valiant effort. Winch was told to ram him down. He missed his target completely. He went flying over the top. Hollow Purple is now ramming Winch to say that was just a muppet move. Oh, you gotta love it, eh? You've gotta love it. Brilliant. So, you know, much better damage this time by Quick. But Endgame were just having, just toying with their meta selection. Endgame will go, obviously, through to the next round at the expense of Quick, who will go out now. So let's see if we got any more results. That was a great game. You're not going to deny. Come on, you can't deny it was a great game. So, Endgame, have they got anybody to face off against yet? No, but it's going to be Naval Frontier and Desert Sands. Oh, Desert Sands, another good rotation. Let's have a quick look at Naval Frontier. No point looking at Desert Sands. We've already seen it. I've already done the flyover. Oh my god, I haven't got Naval Frontier either. Oh my god, I'm such a muppet. I'm going to use this. This is clutch. It's only an encounter battle, but we know where they are. I'm not going to play the replay. We've seen this replay too many times. I've got other replays that we need to see. So, Naval Frontier. What are we expecting? Well, sometimes they're going to send something there to that bush to spot. And there's obviously the mirror bush on the other side. Now, some clans like to send heavy tanks around here towards this C-cap area, which is sitting here normally. Because if you got an IS-4 and E5, you can get there nicely. And you can get a Kranwagen or something up top in support. However, if the clans are being aggressive from this spawn, they will push down through here in their heavies. One will peel off into the B cap and the others will try and come round and put pressure on this area and this area. Some like to go up into the A cap and put pressure around there, and you know, you can expect a bit of a brawl around the A cap and you can expect a bit of a brawl around the C cap. From the other side, well, pretty much the same for C and A with an overlook on B. But clans do like to stick a tank around by this rock, especially if they've got 50Bs. They like to stick them here if they're going to the A-cap strat, just to wait until something comes around the corner so they can wreck them. Generally, the areas what we need to look for is normally it's normally centered around the B-cap. We do have A-cap brawls on occasion, but it's mainly between A and C, to be fair. But again, it all depends on what type of strat they are taking. So let's get some replays up and running. New replays, that is. So there we go. After this replay, I want to show you another replay, and I want your opinion, because I'm going to drop my ugly mug off because well, I'm confused. I haven't seen any 260s as of yet, Northern Tanker, to be fair. Not yet. Anyway, this is I lost my hit points. Hopefully he's not going to lose all his hit points. Rolling out in the waffle tractor. as I said, I mean, we've got a bit of time. We don't go out until just turn the hour, 4 minutes past the hour. In fact, Bolt. I don't know if you've probably seen the replay, actually. I'm going to show a replay after this replay, and I just keep an open mind, guys. If you don't mind, just keep an open mind. It is by far the strangest replay I've ever seen. Not this one. This one's going to be a normal replay. But it's going to be by far the strangest replay that you are ever going to see. But I don't want to distract from I lost my hit points replay, which is now. I do like the waffle tractor. I think it's a fantastic tank. I really do. I prefer it. Atlantis, what was one of the worst games? Oh, come on, hit points. What are you doing? We're going to have talks, man, about your aim. It's a bit harsh, Blitzhanger. I mean, they are up against Endgame. In fairness, the first game wasn't your best. The second game was a bit better. But the first game, to be fair, wasn't the best. But you are against Endgame, and Endgame... Look, guys, it doesn't matter what we all think. There is a huge gap between Endgame and the rest of the field. There are some clans trying to narrow that gap, but the gap is just massive. And I'm not saying that because I'm simping for Endgame. I'm saying that because I've streamed Endgame a lot, and you are, you know, you've got to take into account the myth. I don't know if it's true. You know, I've never really sat down and spoken to anyone from Endgame. I did ask them to do a pre-match interview, but alas, we didn't get one. The thing about Endgame is there's a myth that they don't train. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. They are all amazing players. They've been playing together for a long time in one form or another, and their ability to focus fire and to isolate tanks and to control the game is brutal. And a lot of clans will struggle against Endgame. And even on, you know, on the EU server, you know, they are head and shoulders above the rest. So any clan that comes against Endgame is going to struggle. It's just like that. They are going to struggle. So you know, I can't be overly critical of clans losing out to Endgame. I really can't, because they are just incredibly good. Simple as that. And the trick, and I've asked a lot of people about this. Like, I asked Raid, I asked Giseo Jones, I asked Blaster from Raid, I asked Giseo Jones from BPS. The trick is trying to catch up and beat Endgame, realistically. But the divide is huge. It's just really huge. Simple fact. So, you know, we could all be harsh to clans that lose to Endgame. Well, I don't think it's fair. Come on, I lost my hit points. Smack him. Oh, there we go. You found your aim. Sorry, mate. First class, so it's still a nice replay. Got a lovely little medals of this one here. You always need a Kolobanov. Right, I'm going to show you a replay now. I don't know if I should show you this. I mean, this came to me by undisclosed sources. I have watched it, and it is by far the bizarrest replay I've ever seen. Now, the replay didn't come to me from the player. Okay, so the player whose replay this is, it didn't come to me from him. It came via another source. It is a genuine replay, and it's when I'm not interested in the player in the ST1. What we're interested in watching is the VK90. Okay, no, sorry, there's the VK72. This guy here, Shion, the clan Araibek. That's the one we're interested in. This guy here, Shion. You watch this replay. Now, I really want to hear the comments back on this from anybody who's in the chat. I want you to give me your critical analysis of what you have seen. Okay? I have no idea what they're saying in Russian, I must admit. So, I don't know. But I want your critical analysis of what you are going to see in this replay. Because you are going to be amazed as much as I was amazed. And you're going to be left scratching your heads, I think, just as much as I was left scratching my head. So there he goes. There goes the VK72. He's rolling in there. I'd love to be able to tell you what he's been saying in Russian, but I can't. So if any Russian speakers are on the stream, let me know. So we can see here that, you know, he's far forward. He's lost a lot of hit points already. He's been very aggressive. We've already got 2 chieftains that are AFK, 2 Mark 6s. I'm surprised with this game. So I'm intrigued to see. I'm intrigued to see what comments come back on this one, guys. And there's the VK again. He's coming back into the equation. Right, so the M60 there wipes out our guy. Here's the VK. Now keep watching, because I'm intrigued. I'm gonna now shut my gob and keep watching. So I'm intrigued with what your comments are going to be on this. I am very intrigued. But you haven't seen anything yet. Believe me. I just found this the strangest replay I've ever seen. Don't forget the M60 shot the ST1 of the player whose replay this is. Yeah, he hasn't shot a single shot now. So, there's a Raz. So, now the big reveal. 13,136 damage. I'd like your thoughts. I'd like your thoughts. Anyway, let's jump in. Have a look at the chart. So in the quarterfinals, we are following Endgame. They have got Serenity on Naval Frontier. So Serenity and Endgame facing off. BPS, top 32, this is the Caseo Jones lot. They are up against Reckham. A1N1, this is Alimosa's lot. They are up against Loka. BPS means the other BPS, they're up against S4W. So there you go. We're kicking off in we've got time, hopefully. If we haven't got time, this is Specky. If this Specky may have to dump the replay if it gets too close to the target. But because I've only got 6 minutes. Oh, damn it. Well, hopefully it's a quick game. Oh, he's saying give me all the damages. Oh, well, there you go then. When it gets to 2 minutes past the hour, if the game, we may not be able to see the entire replay, Specky, unfortunately, but because I just wanted to play that replay. I don't think it was a test. I honestly don't think it was a test. Hello, Bolt. Rigged battle gone wrong. I don't think it went wrong, Bolt. Keep watching. Hopefully I won't get into trouble for showing that replay. I shouldn't get into trouble for showing that replay. It's a normal replay. Rigged battle gone right. That's more like it. Probably get told off for that. I shouldn't have played that replay. But no, I wanted to play that replay. I wanted to get people's views on it. Why not? We're a community, we're allowed. No APA tactic. Below the belt, Bolt, but I understand where you're coming from. Hope you enjoyed that replay. I'm sure it will cause a lot of consternation and a lot of talking points. And I will be raising it in tomorrow's coffee chat, to be perfectly honest and frank about it. I will be raising it in the coffee chat. Yeah, but Asia, Kerfuffles, has a low player base, so bots are expected. EU doesn't have a low player base, so it's a bit different. Unfortunately, we've only got... hang on. Oh, Specky, I'm not going to be able to show you a replay, man. I'm going to jump out, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, Specky. We're getting close. No, I can confirm it's not a WG employee.
Our track is in. It could break any minute. Punch right through their armor. Enemy armor is damaged.
Sorry, Specky, I've got to jump out. We've got only 2 minutes, but gets a nice mastery and everything else. And it's almost just over 4k damage in a tier 6. But I'm sorry I had to do that. But we've got the room, and that's important. So let's jump in. So we have Serenity against Endgame here on Naval Frontier in the quarterfinal. Serenity on the North spawn, Endgame on the South spawn. Serenity have read it up. We have Spitfires in the clan, Herr Kimmich in a clan, Peepoo Devil in an E5, Peepoo Dog in an IS4, Peepoo Jail in a Vickers, Peepoo Play in an E5, and Days in an E5. Is it Peepoo Play? No, it's Peepoo Platoon. I keep getting that one wrong. And you can't see the webcam because I turned it off, so that's okay. Let me put the webcam on. So, there we go. Looking over at Endgame, well, we have Hollow Purple in a Progetto, Carolade in a Progetto, Toby in a Cran, Winch in a TVP, I Love Susie in a Cran, Object 3 in a Cran, and Last AFK in a Cran. So there you go. That's what we're looking at. It's going to be an interesting one. Looking at the way Endgame have picked their meta selection yet again, I mean, wowzers. So obviously the call was, let's do auto loaders. Well, auto reloaders, let's say that. So auto reloaders for this game is the call from Endgame. It's going to be an interesting one. Yes, it is. In answer to your question, Sponge, yes, it's rain later. So yes, it is rain. Oh dear me. So here we go. We've read it up. So Serenity taking the hit points advantage. It's not massive, it's not substantial, but it's enough. Everybody's saying hello, Romka. Everybody's simping for Romka. There you go. Romka, you've got a load of simps. No, you always get dislikes, banality. Haters have got to hate. On Asia earlier, I had 2 dislikes before we even started the stream. That's how good it was. So, Peepoo Jail is going straight to the bush that we pointed out. Peepoo Devil is just holding where I said the AMX-50Bs normally hold. Days, Peepoo Dog are overlooking the sea. Peepoo Platoon is going towards the sea. Peepoo Dog is going to join him. And the Crown Wagon and Spitfires and Air Commitch are going up. Toby in the Cran is also going to the sea with the Crown Wagons of Object 3, and Last Ever AFK is also going up. So pretty much what we showed you in the flyover. Winch in the TVP in the bush, Hollow Purple, Carolade and I Love Susie just holding back. Winch, well, he's getting a bit of a smacking, but he's giving Peepoo Dog, who is gone all aggressive on him, jumping into that B cap. So Winch is not even bothering to empty his full clip. He's just going to reload. I think he emptied 2, and he will reload. Endgame will get the hit point, the cap point advantage. Sorry, they got Toby into the C cap there, so that was very nice. Shots going across between Spitfires and Object 3. So a bit of fair trading going on. At the moment, I mean, Serenity are playing this one. Well, both teams are playing this one tentatively, to be fair. Winch has been smacked around quite a bit, and the hit point advantage is still with Serenity. Toby here is getting pushed a little bit by Peepoo Dog. He's going in there to stop the cap. Gets a big bounce off Peepoo Dog. Trying to see what... Well, they're still holding back. Hollow Purple, Carolade and Isle of Susie still holding back here. Object 3, last AFK is rotating out. Object 3 is going to stay where he is. Toby is still going to be contesting the cap with Peepoo Dog. Toby now getting a bit of a smacking from Peepoo. Daze is coming in to put side shots in, and that's a good side shot. People Platoon is coming around as well. They're going to try and put pressure onto Toby here in the Crown Wagon, and that's working. Poor old Toby is down to next to no hit points. Well, I say next to no, I mean 600. He's a 2-shot. Daze is going to be looking for the kill, and so is Peepoo Dog. So they're looking for the kill here on Toby. They bounce the first one, leaving him on 1 hit point. Object has been joined again by last AFK. Toby is definitely going to go down. It's not going to last. There he goes. At the same time, though, Isle of Susie rolls round into the A-cap. Now, last AFK is trying to maneuver into position. Winch is trying to put pressure down onto Peepoo Dog, but he's pretty isolated. We're waiting for the Progettos to now make their move. Here comes Hollow Purple and Carolade putting pressure onto Peepoo Devil and Peepoo Jail. Isle of Susie is dropping down. Winch is getting out of dodge, jumping into the B-cap. At the moment, Serenity have the advantage. And they do have the advantage. You can see here, I mean, move back up the top. It's 3 against 2. Spitfires, Kimmich and Peepoo Platoon are pushing down on Object 3 in last AFK, but Peepoo Platoon has sort of been isolated a little bit. They're trying to get last AFK out of the game. That's a good shot into Object 3. Peepoo Platoon manages to survive whilst taking down. That was a courtesy of Peepoo Jail coming round. So endgame on the back foot here. Spitfires trying to get the shot in. Kimmich may be able to finish him off, but Object 3 is going to go down. Isle of Susie has just gone down. Down goes Object, leaving the Progettos. But Serenity have got this. Carolade and Hollow Purple are going to take down Peepoo Dog, but they've got it on points anyway, so well done, Serenity. Hey, Shogun, how you doing, mate? So, Serenity one up against Endgame here. Clearly, the Endgame's meta selection didn't work out for them. Let's see what they choose this time. I'm going to swap those spawn points here on Naval Frontier. This time, Serenity are going to be on the south spawn, Endgame on the north spawn. Is the IS-2... Any tank is good for free. Any tank. Unfortunately, I don't know what that says. Okay. Only. I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. I'd love to be able to decipher that. In Clonny, but I can't. My Russian just isn't that good. So we have Serenity rated up. We have Spitfires in a Crown Wagon, Kimmich in a Crown Wagon, Peepoo Devil in an E5, Peepoo Dog in the IS-4, Peepoo Jail in a Vickers, Peepoo Platoon in an E5, and Daze in an E5. Moving over to Endgame, it looks like they're going for a more traditional meta selection this time. Hollow Purple in a Crown Wagon, Carolade in a Crown Wagon, Last AFK in a T22, Toby in an E5, Winch in an IS-4, Isle of Susie in an E5, Object 3 in an E5. What level am I at is what he's saying in Russian. I don't understand when you mean what level. Anyway, hit points are in favour of Endgame this time, so intriguing. And my wife came in and moved the screen because she's annoying. So, excuse me while I just sort that out. Oh! Women. Why they come and move everything. Anyway, there we go. We're back. Let's get up high into the back. I'm sorry about that. I didn't notice that mic because my wife came in and said something to me and she obviously moved the green screen and I didn't notice. So we have Serenity, the E5s, heading to... Oh, that's a good snapshot as Days moves around, coming in from last AFK. They're moving around to the A cap, but they're not going to take it. They're just going to carry on pushing. Peepoo Dog is looking to jump into B. Winch is there to stop it. Kimmich and Spitfire's just up high. Peepoo Dog has jumped in. Last AFK and Winch will be looking to reset that. Winch jumps in as well. He is resetting it. Well, he's not resetting it. He's preventing it from being taken. People Platoon and People Devil here, well, they are very far forward. Object 3 is there for that very reason. Days gets a smack, so does People Dog. So Days trying to drop into A, and he gets a smack from Toby. Moving over, well, the C cap has been taken, so now Endgame do have the advantage. This is going to be a completely different endgame for this game. I Love Susie is now coming up to give some fire into Spitfires and Kimmich. Now Hollow Purple is coming in to give it a bit of a hard time as well. There goes Herr Kimmich being smacked around. Now they're going to push on to Winch. I'm going to leave Herr Kimmich there. Winch is being focused here by Peepoo Dog and Days. Down he goes. But big pushes going over here by Peepoo Platoon and Peepoo Devil. Object 3 trying to get round and get that shot into Peepoo Devil. And he will. No, he won't. Last AFK will. So Herr Kimmich is down. Peepoo Devil is down. They have lost Winch endgame. But at the moment, this is Winch's game. It is not Serenity's. Object 3 trying desperately to turn that turret round. But if you notice, he's got damage. And he's been tracked. Last AFK is helping, but that didn't work. Object 3, well, Spitfire's gone down. Peepoo Dog goes down, but so does Object 3. I'm going to leave that battle. Days and Peepoo Dog here. Peepoo Dog, I can't really see him lasting much longer. No, he doesn't. Down he goes. I can't see Days lasting much longer either. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Serenity have bled Endgame here. But this is more traditional strats from Endgame, traditional meta. I Love Susie has been protected by Toby. This is great play. So, oh, but I Love Susie goes down. Days managing to take him out. Peepoo Jail is a one-shot in the Vickers. People Platoon and Days are very healthy, but Toby is even healthier. Days is going to be tracked. Toby gets around the back of him, trying to put the HE into his back deck. And there he goes. Leaving Peepoo Platoon, who's toying with Hollow Purple here. Hollow Purple just trying to get that reload. He's probably not going to push until he reloads the third. He has got support from Carolade and Toby, though. Peepoo Platoon is going to be pushed heavily. At the moment, the advantage is firmly with Endgame. This is number 1 and number 2, by the way, in the table that we're looking at. So, pretty abusive stuff here. This is brutal. Down he goes, and at the same time, down goes Peepoo Jail. Endgame taking it to a decider. Hardly surprising. And that was a completely different endgame. As you can see, I mean, much more traditional meta and much more traditional strat, taking it the battle to Serenity. Toby there just shy of 4k damage. Hollow Purple just over 5.5k, and Carolade just under 3.5k. I mean 3.5, just under 4k, just over 3.5, just under 3.5. Good damage to count. That's why, you know, being able to put the pressure on there. Now, we are going out on Desert Sands with Serenity on the south spawn, Endgame on the north spawn. Again, I think Endgame are just going to use their traditional meta. I don't think they're going to play around with the meta selections. Not against Serenity. Here we go. So, Endgame looks like they're going to ready up first, with the exception of Hollow Purple. He's potentially in an IS-4. No, he's in a Crown Wagon. Carolade in an IS-4, last AFK in a T-22, Toby E5, Winch T-22, I Love Susie E5, Object 3 in an E5. So, again, traditional meta this time for Endgame here on Desert Sands. Moving over to Serenity, we have Spitfires in an E5, Herr Kimmich in a Crown Wagon, Peepoo Devil in a T-22, Peepoo Dog in an IS-4, Peepoo Jail in a T-22, Peepoo Platoon in an E5, and Days in an E5. Some movement going around. No. Romka has come in into an IS-4. And Orca and Radikos are spectating. Yeah, tell me about it, Mr. Rocket Roller. They just come in, they move things. No clue. So, hit points. Wow, look at that. Absolutely even Stevens across the board. Exactly the same meta. Both sides.
Time to roll out.
Let's get up high into the back. So, I'm expecting a brawl in the desert. So, we've already got Pipu Jail and Pipu Dog, is that? Heading, no, it's not, it's Pipu Platoon. Pipu Devil, no, it's Pipu Jail and Pipu Devil heading out in the T-22s. They're going to come across Last AFK and Winch, and they do. So, no surprises there. Pipu Dog and Air Kimmich are going down the outside, same as Romka. But this is going to be a desert brawl, I think. Hollow Purple just holding back behind Romka. The E5s, Isle of Susie, Object 3, Toby coming in. And likewise on the other side. Pipu Platoon, Days and Spitfires also coming in. So we're going to get a brawl around the desert area like we sort of expected. At the moment it's pretty much even Stevens with the amount of tanks over this side, although Winch has got 2, so the heavies here are a little bit outnumbered. Toby getting up close and personal and in the face of Spitfires. Susie is, I Love Susie Bay coming in, Object 3 coming in as well. They are not even bothering with the E5s, they're going straight for Pipu Devil here in the T-22. Winch rotates in, Last AFK is just trying to hold Days off. Pipu Devil is now effectively a one-shot. He's going to go down, Last AFK will take him, down he goes. However, Toby's down as well, so they both lost tanks. Oh, but there goes Pipu Platoon, he goes down, Last AFK running through. Spitfires is now the centre of attention. They're not even going to look at Days. They're looking at Spitfires here. Here comes Pipu Jail, here comes Pipu Dog as well. Are they going to be able to take down? Down goes Last AFK, but Pipu Platoon and Pipu Devil are also down. Ahead, Kimmich goes down. Oof, lost a lot of hit points rapidly there. Pipu Jail goes down. Winch is just rolling around, really annoying Spitfires. Isle of Susie is trying to get those shots into Spitfires. He's going to get it into the engine deck. Down goes Spitfires. Down, however, goes Winch. But it's 2 against too many. Pipu Dog in Days, last men standing for Serenity. They're just going to be mopped up by endgame. Oh, Object 3. Down he goes. Eek. But it's still 2 against too many. Days is very healthy, but he can't do it on his own. Or can he? Come on, Days. Time to shine. You can do it, Days. Oh, maybe not. Romka's being OP. Hollow Purple's coming in just to give him a hard time. Isle of Susie. Well, we know what he can do. Romka just keeping Days in position. Oh, Days is still here. He's still alive, but Hollow Purple will take him down. And Endgame will take it into the semi-finals. It is as simple as that. They switch back to their traditional, or what we would call traditional meta, and wow, you see how they are. Serenity, by the way, are a fantastic team. Fantastic team. They are second in the table. They were first, but they are second in the table. Endgame are now first. So what you're seeing is the gulf, as I'm trying to explain, between Endgame and the rest of the field. And it's that gap that needs to be closed, and it does need to be closed. Fantastic stuff from both teams, so don't sit there thinking, oh my god, that was fantastic by both. GG's to both, congratulations to Endgames, commiserations to Serenity. Don't think it's really going to dent their chances that much. They're still top 8, and BPS Gravitas is behind them by, 1,500 cups. So I don't think BPS can, even if they did overtake Serenity, it doesn't make that much of a difference to Serenity all told. Let's have a look at the standings. Oh, I need a tablet, excuse me. Let's have a look at the standings here. So BPS, both BPS teams are through, Loca are through, and Endgame are clearly through because we've just watched that. So who's got what? So BPS will play BPS. Well, there you go. 2 different clans, not the same. just an affiliation. Which means Loco will go out against Endgame on my own ruins. Now, Mr. Every Good Name wanted to have a chat. So, we're going to have a chat with Mr. Every Good Name is taken. But before I do, I need to put my headphones on, number one. Number two, I then need to drop out of here and just turn the sound down. She won't hear anything. Just like that, as you do. Then, number three, I'm going to take the webcam off and then I'm going to play a replay. And then I'm going to jump in. Hello, Mr. Every Good Name is taken. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing alright.
Yeah, it's been an interesting evening again. Poor Vale have, well, that's it. Their chances are gone.
For top 16, you mean, or what?
Well, I think top 16 is probably going to be difficult for them now, to be fair. I don't know. I mean, they've still got two, but I mean, they can still get into the top 16. There's still 2 PYSs left to go, but top 8 is out of their reach now.
Definitely. Same goes for Raid on that one.
Absolutely. Same goes for Raid. Yep. And I just thought the groupings tonight were a bit weird. There are a lot of teams getting buys. More teams got a buy than actually got to play in the ground 32, and I just find that surreal, to be fair.
Yeah, that was a bit confusing. I'm just having Jack's stream open right now. It seems that Vale is 13th, Raid 16th right now.
That's, yeah, but at the end of play today, that may change. I don't know.
No, he has an up-to-date table, more or less.
Oh, does he? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we're still there. So we're 13th and Vale and Raid have dropped. I knew Raid would drop down. So, but it depends on the cups. How many cups are separating them, and we'll see. We'll see. So you've been following. Who have you been following?
Loka.
I've forgotten. Yeah, I did tell everybody at the beginning of the stream. So how are Loka? It's good to see Loka coming back, to be fair.
They've been fantastic again. Very dominant on Hellas against, I think it was Reiti. Not giving them a chance at all.
Yeah.
Now against, oh god, who was that? A1N1 also.
A1N1 have been impressive
Crushing
as well,
them.
to be fair.
Loka's been crushing them. So very strong. I'm expecting a great game. But how is Endgame been doing?
Well, Endgame have been toying with their diversity meta again. It didn't work out. It worked out against... oh god, who did they play? I can't remember now. I can't remember who they played.
I'm assuming you mean the Hellas games, right?
Yeah. Who did they play? Quick. So Quick. They played with their meta. They went all British tanks in one of those games. And then they went all auto reloaders in one game against Serenity. So they've been trying their diversity meta yet again. We saw a grill on Hellas coming out. So that was interesting. And then going into the Serenity games, they picked Progettos and Kranwagens and a TVP. It didn't work. Serenity
Full
absolutely...
European then, I guess.
All European auto reloaders, and Serenity just crushed them. So they went back to traditional meta and basically went back to being...
I guess that's where the
endgame.
tiebreaker then came from, right?
Absolutely. And I was trying to explain on the stream that, I mean, they're ranked 1 and 2 at the moment on the leaderboard. And it's not like Serenity are a bad team. They're not. They're a fantastic team. They're a great team.
They've been really good this season.
Yeah, and they're a brilliant team. But the difference between Endgame and the rest of the field, that gap, it's closing slightly, but it's still there. And, I mean, Endgame are just... They're focused. They're brutal. They are brutal. I mean, when they get into their mind to focus fire and to isolate those tanks, boy, they are so good at it. And I said on the stream, it's not simping for Endgame. It's just the way it is. And I see clans like the Aqua rebranded BPS and Serenity coming up there, but they're just not there yet. Our Endgame just going to keep dominating. That's the thing.
I think they're becoming the Legion of like 2017, 2018. perhaps. But you know, a lot of metas ahead, and I think even more dominating and just. I mean, they're shredding opponents sometimes. It's. I feel sad seeing their opponents play. At
Well, I mean, I
some
streamed them
stages.
yesterday, and if you ever get the chance to watch the stream, go back and
I
have a
do.
look at them on Desert Sands with those three. They had two grills and a 268, and you know they absolutely annihilated the opposition as they came through the B cap on Oasis Palms. Sorry,
God
and
damn.
it was you know they were just stacked in a row. We had grill 268 grill. And they knew exactly that they were going to push onto the B cap. And as soon as they pushed onto the B cap, they just unleashed. Absolutely unleashed. It was absolutely brutal. And, you know, they've just been doing this across the board. Yesterday, they just had. They weren't generally having fun. They weren't disrespecting clans, as people think. They were just diversifying their meta selection. That's what Chocolat told me anyway. We're diversifying the meta.
I think it's not. I'm not saying he's lying, but what I think is also a case is they don't want to show all their strats yet.
Well, there's a bit of that probably. Yes.
We've seen that clans do that before. What was that? It was a Twister or some season where R2K did that. When I think Legion was still playing,
Yeah.
they didn't do their fullest. They tried some weird stuff, and everyone was thinking, "What's going on?" But went through losers and then absolutely beat the hell out of everyone because they didn't give all their cards up, right? I think that's a big part of it. Because Endgame knows these teams are getting closer on their tail when it comes to, you know, skill, strategies, individual players. So, you know, keeping your stuff hidden is also a big part of it. And I mean, if you can, you know, mess around a bit with strats and just try different things while still
indeed.
winning successfully,
Indeed.
why not go for it, right?
Indeed, and you know, I don't knock Endgame. Like I said, some people may think they were sort of toying with the other clans and disrespecting them. They weren't. I mean, they were just trying different things with different meta, and it's nice to see clans taking TDs because we don't see TDs in a lot of matches.
I've seen one today, surprisingly, actually. I saw an E3 on Dynasties.
Well, there you go. Look.
Didn't work out for 80 though. Yeah, I do agree. I'm a fan of seeing a tank destroy here and there because it's a very interesting choice to make, especially on certain maps where they can be viable. But often teams prefer to have either DPM or just straight up mobility, which TDs are unreliable. Let's put it that way.
Sure.
If your opponent knows how to play the map, they're gonna avoid those TDs perfectly. So I think you have to put a second mind game to that if you want to play with them.
Well, this is what Chocolat was saying there. He was saying basically, well, look, you know, we'd like to see more varied meta in tours, but it's never going to happen until the E5 and the Kranwagen has been tinkered with. And I can understand that and reasoning from him.
I agree with that.
Because the E5s and the Kranwagens are sort of dominating. You're always going to get IS4s.
It's the third meta now. IS4 has been really dropping hard in popularity, though.
It has. I mean, I've seen a lot of IS7s coming in. So
I wouldn't say a lot, but I've seen a resurgence here. I also noticed 215Bs more.
I haven't seen any Oh no, I've seen 215Bs. In fact, this evening, very disappointingly, he was. I think he was doing it just to really annoy me. Isle of Susie Bay went out with his Octo X camo. Oh, so galling, so galling. Yeah. I'm so envious.
Loka did play 2 today on Hellas. That worked absolutely amazingly with the way they played. Both scored top damage. So, I mean, it does work. You just need to really have the right players in them. And of course...
it used to be part of the standard meta. It just dropped out when they did the HP buff and they put the consumables, the super duper consumables onto the E5.
E5, yeah.
You know, but the 215B used to be standard. And it's good that some clans are bringing it back, so it'd be nice to see. But I have seen a lot more TDs during this season than others. So there's hope yet.
Yeah. We gotta also remember it's the third season now that the Clanbang is in the game. and it is still so popular. I mean,
Oh,
Loka
yeah.
just played with 5 Kranwagens the last round,
Oof.
and with a bad
It-
chat, and
and
they
it's
won it.
always and it's always surprising because the Crown Dragons DPM is a bit sucky, to be honest. But
Mhm.
it's got such great all-down capabilities and amazing turret armor. I mean, it is a nightmare. And if you know when it first came out, we were saying that it's not really going to work on its own. And the clans have kind of worked out, no, it doesn't really work on its own, but in tandem or in parallel or in triple, boy, it's effective.
It really is. I mean,
Somebody asked,
especially if you yeah, sorry, go ahead.
no, no, carry on, carry on.
No, it's just that if you like work with multiple, you can play it carefully. Like do early damage, and once the team is whittled down enough, you can push in and you can clip 2 or 3 tanks because all of them always reload anyway, right? You don't have anyone like
Yeah, exactly,
50s where
exactly.
you need to stop at some point because they're just still loading.
Yeah. I mean, somebody was asking me earlier, have we seen any Object 260s yet? And the answer to that question is no. It's only come out today, and the clans probably haven't had a chance to have a look at it, see if it's going to be
I
a
don't
tournament.
think there's gonna be any use of it.
I was about to say the same thing, but I can't really see it slotting in anywhere
'Cause
realistically.
it's how I've called it in when I streamed the tank earlier, is a different E5. It has a better DPM, but that's about it. The heat pen is worse, the armor is a lot worse, but it's very fast, so we
Well,
might see it as a different i7 replacement, but the i7 is used for only top speed and turret armor, so even that is questionable.
that is true. But I mean, you may see it. I mean, I see some clans taking things like Leos and stuff like that out
But Leo's
onto
amazing.
Normandy and stuff. So it may make a showing in certain games, but
True.
not a lot. Not a lot. But
It's not gonna
so
be
we're
part of the meta, let's put it that way.
no. So I mean, the room's open, and I know you're in it because I've seen you. So we're on Mayan Ruins with Endgame on the North Spawn and Loka on the south. What do you think about this one? I mean, I'm looking at Loka's lineup here, very traditional meta, without, however, any super heavies like a mouse, which you normally get on Mayan Ruins.
We also don't see an IS4, so a B play is doubtful. Because I've seen the team set an E5 there, and I've said before, oh, there's an ISO, probably gonna see that in B. Then the team sends the E5 there, and he absolutely got shredded because that thing doesn't have any roof armor. And
No.
that position is very low, so everyone shoots from above. With heat, you're gonna pen even easier, of course, so I doubt
But
we're gonna see that.
No, but one thing that does surprise me with Loka's lineup that they haven't got any mediums or lights. I mean, looking at Endgame, they've got the T22 there, pretty much the same meta, with the exception of the T22 of Last AFK.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see lights too often on this map to begin with. Mediums rarely, and if so, it's like a T22 here, maybe a tank there. I have seen one team, I think it was this map, but I could be remembering, trying 3 mediums, but that absolutely went down the drain, so I don't think we're gonna see that from any team anytime soon. Like, maximum is probably gonna be 2 on any map.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty even Stevens out there, so best of luck to both of them. It's going to be a good game. I haven't seen Loka. I haven't streamed Loki yet, so it's going to be. Well, I've streamed them once, but I haven't streamed them recently. So it's going to be an interesting one. It is going to be an interesting
especially
one.
as you said, this lineup is basically mirrored, except for Clan versus the T22 here. So
yeah, I'm going to be intrigued to see where they go. Maybe we're going to have a brawl somewhere in the middle around the B cap.
Yeah, I'll probably see slash left of B area. But yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy
well, anyway,
Yeah.
enjoy yours, and I'll catch you later, mate.
All right. See you.
Okay, bye for now. So that was a quick chat with Every Good Name is Taken. And here we go, as you heard. We didn't go through the lineups, but you can see it for yourself. The Loka are going to take the hit point advantage because they don't have that medium, whereas Last AFK of Endgame is in a T22. What are we going to see? Are we going to see a brawl around? I mean, I'm expecting Last AFK to head towards... Yeah, and he is. He is heading towards the C cap. Vanasaur, however, Loka is going to go there, and last AFK is not heading straight to the VCAP. He's going up the ramp to have that oversight. Vanasaur, however, is sort of looking at the traditional movement towards that C-cap. So is Object 3. So endgame have 2 tanks over here, but the Phoenix is coming around for Loka as well. Hollow Purple, well, this is more like you would get in a public game. Puts a good shot into Foctastic there as he tries to cross. Playmaker going up high, being supported by Unif Pinjani, trying to push down onto Romka. Romka dropping his reactive armor, putting a shot in. And as you can see at the moment, I would argue that, you know, it looks like Loka are bleeding endgame a lot more. Carolade and Winch are trying to get around the back in their Crown Wagons, trying to put those shots into Unif Pinjani and Playmaker. And are they going to be successful? Wow, Winch is trying to put those shots. Oh, that's a good tracking shot into Unif Pinjani. But now Carolade is going to be looking there. He's like perma-tracked him. So Unif Pinjani is looking worse for wear here. Carolade should be able to finish him off, potentially. And down goes Unif Pinjani. But Hollow Purple has also gone down. And now Romka is being pushed by Playmaker. Romka is very, very healthy. The Crown Wagons are not going to help him out, so we're going to leave that battle. Move over here, because Last AFK is being bullied by Hoot. Hoot here is really bullying Last AFK. Last AFK desperately trying to get into safety, but it's not working. Unif Pinjani has gone down. So is the Phoenix. Last AFK probably will go down here, but Susie's coming in. I Love Susie Bay is coming in to help out. Last AFK trying to make it difficult. Down goes Playmaker in the Crown Wagon. Endgame are pulling it back. Last AFK going down there, but now Oot and I Love Susie Bay are tussling with each other. Moving over, we're seeing Romka surviving the battle over there. It's 3 against 4. They're going to be looking at... Who are they going to be looking at? Wow, Ute. Oh, it's Ute who's the danger. So he's going to go down. Romka's going to ram him and smacked by Winch in the Crown Wagon. Now they can focus on Yayatastic. Jesse Atastic here. Well, he's on the ramp and he's trying to get into cover. And Foctastic there is just hiding behind the rock. Winch is going to come in and try and put shots into Jaseotastic. But Jaseotastic is nicely hauled down. 2 good trades. Winch coming out worse. However, Romka now, they're trying to get shots into Foctastic. I Love Susie Bay is coming in to give Jeztastic a bit of a hard time. Carolade is looking to get something into the back of him. Oh, he bounces. But Carolade is now going to push down to Foctastic. Winch is just staying out of the danger zone. Well, Romka in the E5 finally makes it up the hill. Jaseotastic now is going to be focused. Oh, they're still trying to get shots into Foctastic there. Oh, down goes Romka. But down goes Jaseotastic. Now it's 3 against 1. However, Foctastic is very, very healthy. In fact, Loka have the hit point advantage. That's a good shot coming in from Carolade there. Winch is on like next to no hit points, 35. Jaseotastic, Foctastic trying to take Winch down there. Susie puts a good shot into Foctastic. I Love Susie Bay getting a very important shot there. Foctastic dropping the reactive armor. Winch, I believe, just took the C, or they took the C cap, so Endgame do have the advantage there on the points. Foctastic now, desperately trying to get out of harm's way, but it wasn't going to work, and boy, Endgame, they had a game of that. Loka really gave them a game and made it they made some pain onto, sorry, Endgame were made to work for that, was what I was meant to say. Yeah, tongue-tied and everything. So, really, GG's from both teams there. Not going to deny. I am not going to deny both teams doing good stuff, but Endgame prevailing at the expense of Loka. Foctastic doing just under 5k. So, really holding the thing. But Unif Pinjani doing some great stuff, but then being focused heavily as the guys came through. Winch and Carolade getting around the back there and managing to put a lot of pain into Unif Pinjani. Jaseotastic, well, valiant last stand with him in Foctastic there, but wasn't to be. And we're now going to switch those spawn points. This time we will have Endgame on the south spawn, a Loka on the north spawn. Hey Yanni, how you doing, mate? So, Hollow Purple in an E5, Carolade in a Clan Wagon, Last AFK in a T22, Romka in an E5, Winch in a Clan Wagon, Isle of Susie Bay in an E5, Object 3 in an E5. Moving over to Loka, well, we have Foxtastic in an E5, Giseotastic in a Clan Wagon, Playmaker in a Clan Wagon, the Phoenix in an E5, Vanasaur in a T22, potentially Unif Punjani in a Clan Wagon, well, it's actually Uni Punjani in a Clan Wagon, and Oot in an E5. Vanasaur dropping into a 215B. Interesting indeed. But Avery did say that they did like pulling out the 215B every now and then. So, interesting one. So the 260s making a showing in the quick tours, eh? That doesn't surprise me, to be fair. So, endgame, we got 1 foot into today's final at the expense of Loka. But I must admit, I mean, it's great to see Loka on the up and up. Let's not kid ourselves.
Time to roll out.
Let's get a pie into the back. See what's going to be happening this time. So, last of AFK again, heading towards the C cap, but the E5s of Oromka, Object 3 and I Love Susie Bay following them. Hollow, Purple, Winch and Correlade heading towards the middle area. Let's go and have a look and see what Loka are doing. They're also aiming for the middle area with a B-cap overlook and also round down what we would call the heavy side. Phoenix is going to drop straight into that B-cap. There he goes. Fantastic leading the charge round. They're going to probably put a lot of pressure onto Correlade there in the Clan Wagon. No, they're halting their advance just for the moment. Phoenix, well, he's got good support from Ute and Unif Punjani, or Uni Punjani. Well, Carolade, the C-cap will be taken by endgame, but they're going to be down on the base points. Phoenix has now popped out to put a bit of pressure on Carolade. Carolade, well, he's not being pushed as hard as I thought they would push him. Playmaker and Foxtastic here just hanging back. Giseotastic trying to put some shots across into Winch. So Carolade is sort of escaping this at the moment. Object 3 has now been spotted. And you can see here, Unif Punjani and Hoot, well, they're just holding back at the moment, trying to get the shots across if they pop. Carolade and Object 3 are now going to join forces, which will probably try and help out as well. A-cap is now going to be taken. If you have a look, we've got Vanasaur and the 215B over there. Object 3 and Carolade are looking, oh, they may come across Foxtastic. So Carolade nicely hauled down. That's a HE roll from Foxtastic in there. Endgame are just readying up on the side there. They have been bled a lot more than Loka. But they were bled a lot more than Loka in the last game, and they managed to turn it around. So it's basically, wow, who's going to blink first here? Loka don't really need to do anything. They've got 2 caps. They've got the points. They've got the hit points. Carolade sticking his nose out a little bit too far there. Giseotastic just telling him and reminding him where he is. Object 3 looking to put some pressure onto Playmaker. Hollow Purple is going to come and help that. So as you can see here, Object 3 and Hollow Purple are going to put some pain into Playmaker here. At the same time, Foxtastic and Giseotastic are pushing onto Carolade. So it's like ring the roses here. Giseotastic still pushing around. Last AFK is there though. Playmaker being whittled down, but Romka losing out over the back there. Let's quickly go over here because there's a sort of big brawl going on. Romka trying to back into safety. Down goes Uni Punjani. Down goes Playmaker. Carolade is a one-shot, however. So, oh, but down goes Romka. Get back over here. Down goes Foxtastic. Carolade is still alive. Giseotastic is doing his best to take him down, but now he's got it against him. Carolade will survive this because Object 3 and Last AFK will put a lot of pressure onto Giseotastic, but no, goes down to Carolade. So we've got the 3 tanks left here of Loka, Phoenix, Hoot and Vanasaur. Vanasaur is very healthy. I Love Susie Bay is really being pressured here, and not much he can do. Susie Bay is probably going to go down. Down goes I Love Susie Bay, courtesy of Vanasaur. So now it's 5 against 3, but Hoot is very, very healthy. Hollow Purple and Object 3 are looking to put pressure onto either Vanasaur or the Phoenix. Oh, that was a mistimed shot by Object 3 going into the ground. Object 3 is now going to drop down onto Vanasaur. And that's exactly what he's doing. And he's going to have Carolade probably support, but Vanasaur is the target at the moment. Good bounce. Phoenix is trying to take on Object 3 and get in the way, but no, Vanasaur does go down. So leave that battle for the moment. Ute is being pushed by Last AFK and Winch. Loka were on the cusp, but they're not anymore. Ute goes down, leaving Phoenix as the last man standing. Endgame have got this one. Really, really, really great game from both teams. But again, Endgame just digging that little bit deeper. And they can dig that little bit deeper. And when they do, well, it's tough for anybody to dislodge them. But it's really good to see that Loka are on the up and up. So, thank you. So it's thank you very much. Thank you. So the nickname of who I was calling BJ, it's not BJ. Like I said, I mean it's Russian, and I get very confused when they're using, you know, like the English alphabet. It's not so confusing when they're using the Russian alphabet. I understand that. So the nickname is Valready. So there we go. He's dropped me a message. That's very nice of him, and it's always good to be told, you know, who's who and what's what. Because I hate getting the names wrong. It's just, it's not. It sounds disrespectful to them, and it's not meant to be. It's just that I'm not very good at pronouncing certain languages, I'm afraid, guys. So Endgame will rotate through into the final today. Desert Sands and Dynasty's Pearl. We do not know. It's going to be one of the BPSs. I don't know which one. They're still playing, so we do not know as of yet. Oh, hang on a minute. We don't know who Loka's going to face either. So Loka will. We don't know when they're going to go out. We do know when this game will start. It'll start 8 minutes past the hour. So we basically got 20 minutes. Time for replays. Time for some replays. Oh, dropped my ugly mug off while I play a replay. Sorry about that. Boom, there we go. So that's what we're saying. I mean, Endgame. Wow, they're just Endgame. They're the ones to beat. They are difficult because they're so good. They are so good. I mean, we've just seen Serenity, who are a fantastic clan, and on the up and up, and you know they are going to be very, very dominant. They fell down to Endgame, and now we've just seen Loka, who, well, I mean, Loka are a fantastic clan. Okay, they had a disappointing winter season, but they are back on the rise, so that's always good to see. So I'm just answering a message from the clan.
Can't see anything. We've got the viewfinder working, but it's marginal. We've lost a track.
That's the thing, that force. I mean, the thing about Endgame is, I keep saying this, and I know I know it's a repeat, and I know that it's a cliche, but their ability to literally isolate a tank and then absolutely destroy it is brutal and amazing. And a lot of people could be forgiven thinking, yeah, but, you know, whatever. Serenity, the players are fantastic. They are fantastic. They're all, you know, some of the best players on the EU server. Loka, the players are fantastic. Again, some of the best players on the EU server. And these clans are very experienced. I mean, Serenity is a relatively new clan, but it's not. I mean, they're all highly experienced pro clan war players. These guys know what they're doing. It's not like they don't know what they're doing. And Endgame make it look easier than what it is. I'll say that. And that's not disrespect to the other clans, because it's just not. It's just that their movement, their focus fire, and their uncanny ability to control the battlefield. Wow. It's just a beautiful thing to watch. And I think that's what the other clans need to sort of aim for. They've got the skill, they've got the knowledge, they've got the experience. They just need to tie all that up into a lovely little bundle that Endgame have done. And then they will start giving Endgame a hard time. And I think we'll start seeing, you know, I think Endgame will probably still remain dominant maybe for the rest of this season. But I think we'll start seeing clans like Serenity, like the other BPS, coming along and you know, coming along leaps and bounds. And they'll close the gap eventually. It just takes time. It's not going to be that easy. It's not going to be that easy for them. Let's see if we've got any result from BPS against BPS. Well, we have the rebranded BPS, which was Akva, it's now BPS. They are going out against Endgame with the other BPS, the original BPS, playing for third place against Loka. So, I mean, this is a great team as well. I mean, you've got Evil Fantasy, which is basically Zerd. Ghosty, very experienced. H2O Cleo, incredibly experienced. Kuma from the north, really great player. H2O Ricky, another great player. Effalump, fantastic player. Gaseo Jones, who we've spoken to, really good player. Edgar, Ranger, and Comet. All these are fantastic players. And it's the same with, you know, the other BPS. We've got Yeehaw Protons, who used to be Foxy, I believe. We've got Corda, General, H2O Emma, Hakan, UE10, RG, Garfield, Nubita. Oh no, there's Foxy. Foxinus Potent. I don't know which one's which now. I thought Foxy was up here. So I don't know, they all change around. But again, all these are fantastic players. Same with Loka. I mean, you've got Fantastic, Ventastic, Hoot, Phoenix, Playmaker, Vanasaur, Giseotastic, Unif Punjani, G-tastic, and someone from the north. Again, all truly amazing players. Yet, when they go up against Endgame make it look like they're not. And that's just not right. Same with Serenity. Spitfires, People Platoon, Flytix, Alpha, People Devil, Kimmich, People Dog, Days, Tritininet, and People Jail. All these are amazing players, guys. I'm telling you. So wowzers. I mean, it's tough beating this lot. I mean, look at their win rates. And these are genuine win rates. These aren't, you know, manipulated win rates. If you have a look, let's just have a look at, say, who's got the best win rate. Object 3. Let's have a look at Object 3. Firstly, he's got 45,000 battles. Now, if you go to his stats, 39,000 are in regular. So this is not a manipulated win rate. He has gone out and he is a truly amazing player. Truly amazing. And it's the same with all of them. None of these win rates are wrong. You know, I mean, sometimes you get guys like, you know, you got the 100% win rates who majority of the guys are playing ratings. These are not the same with Endgame, and this is the thing with these guys, and this is the thing that sets them apart. And when they've been playing together for so long, it sets them apart even further, believe it or not. And that's what I love about them. So, anyway, let's see if I've got any replays. Yes, I have. Let's have a look at the man of the hour from the other day. That would be Stage. And I'm going to let this replay play while I just answer some messages in Clan. Well, that is great news, Leppy, especially on the grounds that I have two cats of my own. One of them, well, they're both, because they're twins, brother and sister. For their age, they're doing really well. I mean, really well. I mean, I think, what, they born in 2006, so what's that, 90 years old in human terms? And they're still running around like nutters. Yes, they are. And they're outside at the moment, chasing geckos. That's what they do. And don't forget, I mean, they've fared well because they're from England. I mean, I had them when I was living in England before I moved to the UAE. So not only have they've got English coats, you know, because they're not adapted to the climate over here. So, you know, they've got big hairy fur coats, but you know, they've lasted really well. So I'm glad that Aminet's cat is good and fine. I'm really happy to hear that. And that's the thing at Force. So this is what I'm saying about Endgame. The gulf is quite big. The gap between Endgame and the rest of it is quite big. It will narrow. It will narrow. But it will take a little bit more time. I think maybe. I mean, they'll definitely dominate this season, I think. And I think the clans go away and sort of look to sort of find a way to break them for the summer season. But I don't know is the honest answer about Endgame. I think it will be. That's a great game by Stidge in the T62. I think Endgame will still be dominant, maybe for the rest of this year. You just don't know. That's the thing. I can't go to a room. Sorry, guys. We got 7 minutes, so we'll be getting the invite through very shortly. Very shortly. Let me open a container. Not a paid one, a normal one. There we go. Boof. Boosters. Berry Crush Avatar. Always wanted one of those. I'm looking forward to this final. I'm not going to lie. Should be coming through any second now. Level 2 trading, at least you're at 4,900 rating. I haven't played ratings for a while. I'm still stuck at 3,100. You think the teams are bad at 4,900? Try doing it in gold. I mean, my last ratings battles, I haven't lost any games. Sorry, I didn't lose any points. But the teams are so bad that I lost every game. But I was getting, you know, 10 points here, 4 points there, 5 points here, whatever. But the teams are so bad. I mean, I find ratings incredibly disappointing, to be honest with you. And it's disappointing because the players aren't interested in ratings. People use it to grind. It's not meant to be grinding and stuff like that. Because it doesn't affect win rate. And, you know, it's just kudos to a lot. Where realistically, it really is a skill-based MM, but it's not. Let's be honest, it's not. Which is a damn shame. It doesn't do what it says it will do on the tin, basically. There we go, there's the room. I'm in. We will have BPS on the North spawn and EG on the South spawn. Now, we've already seen a game in Desert Sands. We saw them earlier, so... So we'll just wait a little bit and drop that webcam back on. Say hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Drink some coffee, as you do. Oh, yeah. So we're going to have a bit of a break after this PYS. The next one starts on Monday, so Saturday and Sunday off. Yay! Obviously after this one, we've still got the NA one, which I'll be doing later. And following that tomorrow, I'll be doing the coffee chat where we're discussing a few things. Because there's a lot that's happening, obviously. I mean, we've got... update 8 coming and stuff like this, lots of things happening. And probably, even though I generally never play on a Saturday, I'll probably give it a whirl tomorrow, you know. Get a stream up and running, see if I can get some people to play. Get enough interest, maybe somebody will invite me to a coin stream or, you know, a coin, season coin game, or we can do things like that. Who knows? Anyway, 3 minutes left to go. Or if there's no interest, I might even try and get a team together. Who knows? Anything can happen. Da, 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 da. So the teams are still readying up. I mean, we're going to probably get BPS ready up first before endgame. We just don't know. Who's in? Well, Aminet's here. I'm here. Wildwood's Alpha's here. So lots of people streaming this. Every is streaming the third place playoff, so that's nice. That's going to be between, obviously, Loka and the other BPS. So by all means, if you want to go and see Loka, guys, pop over. Every good name is taken stream. I won't take it as an affront. I never do. So, BPS have read it up. We have Evil Fantasy in an E5, Gaseo Jones in an E5, H2O Cleo in a T22, H2O Ricky in an E5, Commie in an E5, Edgar in an E5, and Kuma from the North in a T22. Moving over to endgame, we've now readied up as well. We have Hollow Purple in a Cloud Dragon, Last AFK in a T22, Radikos in an E5, Romka in an E5, Toby in an E5, Isle of Susie Bay in a T15B, it'll be the Octo X, and Object 3 in an E5. So, it's so galling to watch Isle of Susie Bay going out in the Octo Camo, because I know I'll never get it. That's basically it. I mean, it's like I said, it's hard enough getting a blooming mastery in the 215B at the best of times. Getting 4, wow, that's just so tricky, man. It really is. It's not the easiest tank to get an ace in. It would be nice, you know, if only. But the bar is probably set high. I mean, I'd love to know what Isle of Susie Bear set the bar at. Getting 4 like that, it's not going to be easy. It isn't going to be easy. I mean, I went out in it the other day, did 6k and only got a first class. I was like, what? Oh my god. So you got to do a lot to get that ace on that tank at the moment. Anyway, enough about my jealousy towards Isle of Susie Bay, who is by far a much better player than I could ever be. Which is also envious and galling, but hey, we all have to come back to reality sometimes. We've got no seconds left. We're kicking off here on the final of Prove Your Skill number 4. EU, this is the final stage. BPS dash against Endgame dash. Now, Bella did tell me what they were called, but I can't remember which one's which. One's called Gravitas, one's called BPS. Which one's which? I don't know, to be fair. Let's get up high into the back of the map. So we will have Kuma and Cleo in the T22s heading towards that middle area. The rest of the BPS team are going to come over the rails. Last AFK is also heading for that middle area to get those spots. Last AFK is spotted, but so is Kuma. Evil Fantasy is also spotted. You can see what Endgame are doing. They're going down that ramp side that I told you about. Romka coming through and onto the bridge, as I explained when we did the flyover earlier. Toby, Hollow Purple and Radikos are just hanging back. The whole of BPS is now here apart from Evil Fantasy, who's just being toyed with by Romka and Object 3. Cleo is rotating out of there. At the moment, Cleo's the only one who's been smacked. Then I speak too soon, Object 3 gets smacked as well. So the hit points currently favouring Endgame. Endgame, well, they're not being overly aggressive here. Kuma drops into the A-cap in his T22. Basically, Endgame, again, they're looking to control the map. They're looking to let BPS come on to them. And this is what Endgame generally do. Let's have a look and see what Romka and Object 3 are doing down there. I'm doing it because my mouth is overly sensitive. So Object 3 and Romka are trying to put pressure onto Evil Fantasy, who's just there looking, the E5. Isle of Susie Bay, AFK, Last AFK and Hollow Purple are just holding back. Same as Torby and Radikos. So we've got Endgame being very passive here, which is unlike them. But, like everything with Endgame, they do things for a reason. That's a great shot from Radikos, to be fair. Over into Kaseo Jones. Now, let's have a look at see what's going on down here. Last AFK, they're poised on the A and the B, on the B and the C caps, but they're not even pushing. Romka and Object 3 are just being a pain in the backside here to BPS. And, you know, I can imagine that BPS would love to be able to push those two. But they're not going to because behind them there are tanks. And that is what Endgame allow. We've got Last AFK and Isle of Susie B rotating out. Romka is going to stay there. It's going to mean this is going. So it looks like they're going to push through. Object 3 gets a bit of a smacking. That came across from Kuma. And again, Romka now gets a smack. So BPS now coming to the middle part. But what's going on here is we've got Endgame looking to stack up on the flank. They're going to push down onto Commie into the A-cap by looks on it. With Romka, Hollow Purple and Isle of Susie. Isle of Susie Bay is going to join up over here. Along with Object 3. And I think Hollow Purple and Romka are the feint. I don't know yet. But it looks like that Endgame here are just going to stack their tanks up and then push straight onto that A-cap. Commie getting another smacking, this time courtesy of Toby. Object 3 has now joined them. Romka is going to end up joining them as well. Hollow Purple is out. Here they go. Oh, Toby gets tracked as he tries to move through. Hollow Purple is tracked. So now this comes the end game push. They're going to aim for either Ricky or Commie. Radikos, wow, that's a nice move by Radikos, getting round to the side of Commie. Isle of Susie Bay, Object 3, Commie is the target. This is a good move by Endgame. This is what they do, and they do it so poetically. It's like a ballet. Commie is the target at the moment. The last AFK is just covering that flank. Now comes Romka. Commie really getting whittled down here. And Radikos has also been whittled down, though. But let's be honest, they're not having it all their own way here. Romka finally taken down, but down goes Toby. Good to see of Edgar. Edgar gets absolutely pummeled, though. And continues to get pummeled. Like Endgame saying, how dare you kill one of our team, and he gets absolutely wrecked. Hollow Purple has gone down, but his job was basically to go down. Object 3 is now getting pummeled. Susie Bay is going to come round and put shots into Ricky. Radikos is holding his own there. Gaseo Jones coming around to try and help out with Ricky onto Isle of Susie Bay. So Toby, Object 3 and Hollow Purple, 3 tanks down for Endgame. Kuma is a one-shot, 19 HP. He's getting out of dodge. Cleo is a one-shot. Last AFK looking to finish that off. Let's get round there and see. Oh, Last AFK gets a whack. It doesn't matter. He's going to be able to finish off Cleo. There goes Cleo. Romka now looking to put shots into Gaseo Jones. Kuma, it's 3-on-3. Hit points are favouring Endgame here. They've got to get rid of Gaseo Jones, though. Here comes Isle of Susie Bay. Gaseo Jones goes down. Evil Fantasy is next on the hit list. They know that Kuma from the north is over at the back side of the map. Now, can they push onto Evil Fantasy without being bled? That's the thing. Last AFK will take the A cap. Endgame are back on cap points. This is true. They've got to kill these tanks. Isle of Susie Bay is very, very healthy. Romka is going to be able to put a shot into Evil Fantasy here. Now, Isle of Susie Bay dropping into the B cap. Trying to find Kuma. Kuma's rotating out nicely. Shots going into Evil Fantasy. Evil Fantasy being whittled down. They're 100 points away. No, they're 80 points away. Can they finish Evil Fantasy or Kuma? Oh, Romka here. Not looking good. If they can take Romka out, then they will get the game. Romka here. Great shot. Oh, Romka will probably reload before Evil Fantasy. And they do. Kuma now has got to hold this with just 19 hit points. Is he going to be able to? He's going to try and get around onto Romka and Last AFK. He can still do this. He gets a good shot to Last AFK, but doesn't finish him off. Can Last AFK really... Oh, he bounces. Oh, but Romka comes in and takes out Kuma. That was a great game. Absolutely great game. Wrong octopus camo bar. That's the blue camo. This is Octo X. The blue camo. Have a look. It's not showing you, but it's a blue camo, and you can only get that if you've done 4 aces, mate. It's like a skill-based camo. So look at that. I mean, that went down to the wire. That really went down to the wire. Evil Fantasy really pulling out all the stops. Same with H2O Ricky. But again, Endgame are just clinical when they want to be. So, swapping those spawn points. Endgame on the north spawn, BPS on the south. BPS are readied up. Evil Fantasy now in a 215B. Gaseo Jones in the T22. H2O Cleo in the T22. H2O Ricky in an E5. Commie in an E5. Edgar in an E5. And Kuma dropping into the Vickers. He does like his Vickers, does Kuma. Moving over to Endgame. Wow, Hollow Purple potentially near Crown Wagon. Last AFK in T22 again. Radikos IS4. Toby E5. Winch T22. Isle of Susie Bay in an E5, Object 3 in an E5. I'm just waiting for Hollow Purple to ready up. But, yeah, definitely staying in the Crown Wagon, so no movement there. So, Endgame already got one hand on all the cups for today and the previous skill number 4 final stage. BPS can still turn it around, don't get me wrong, they can turn it around. Not impossible. I mean, you've seen how they are. I mean, that went down to the wire, that game. It really went down to that wire. Endgame were not having it all their own way. Let me put it to you that way. So, penultimate game or final game? Time will tell. So the one that's in the game for 2000 is this one that Evil Fantasy's in. That's the red one. That one you can get. The blue one, however, the one that Isle of Susie Bay is rolling out in, is a skill-based one, and it's not for 2000. So we have Kuma from the north in the Vickers running out, trying to get those early spots, and he does see Winch, he does see Toby. Shots will be going across. Object 3 gets smacked, so does Isle of Susie Bay as they cross. That's the whole reason why Kuma is going there. You can see that BPS are trying to come over. Evil Fantasy will just hold back in the normal octopus camo. The rest of BPS, well, they're all here. Winch drops into the A cap. It gets reset though as Cleo comes rushing in. Last AFK is here to support, but Winch is getting a bit bullied. I'm going to rotate round so we can go behind BPS, because look at endgame now. Toby coming through, trying to put some pressure on. He's going to go haul down against H.O. Ricky. Isle of Susie Bay now coming in as well. So again, the focus fire. Well, Isle of Susie Bay is the one being focused here. The endgame come round in support, but Edgar has got behind, so Edgar should be able to finish off Isle of Susie Bay, and he does. But now the rest of endgame are coming in. Object 3, Toby, I mean, they're looking to finish Cleo here. Last AFK comes in, Winch is looking to come in as well and finish Cleo off. Down goes Object 3, however, 2 tanks down, but look at the hit points. The hit points are going down rapidly on both teams. Down goes H2O Cleo eventually. Kuma from the north goes down, so 2 tanks down on both sides. Winch, however, goes down, runs into Evil Fantasy. So Toby and Hollow Purple. Hollow Purple is giving Gaseo Jones a hard time. Toby has gone down. It's 2 against too many. Told you BPS can pull it back if they wanted to, and they have, and they will. This is going to go to BPS. I can't see Radikos and Hollow Purple holding out on this one. Radikos is being absolutely pummeled by Evil Fantasy and H2O Ricky. Not Hollow Purple, yeah, Radikos. Hollow Purple is a one-shot. Commie will take him out. HE roll, there we go. And Radikos goes down at the same time. So, convincing win for BPS. Turning it round, pushing it to that decider. There was the puppet. It was the penultimate game. As you can see there, I mean, clinical this time by BPS. Very clinical. I enjoyed that. And no doubt BPS did. However, they are now going to face endgame on Dynasty's Pearl. This is now the final game. We will have BPS on the north spawn, endgame on the south spawn. Just need to check a couple of things while they're readying up, because they're not ready yet. They will be shortly. So endgame still readying up. So we have Hollow Purple in a mouse, last FK E5, Radikos IS4, Toby E5, Winch mouse, Isle of Susie Bay in an IS4, Object 3 in an E5. Moving over to BPS, we have Evil Fantasy in the T95 E6. Interesting meta selection. Great haul down tank though. Gaseo Jones in an IS4. H2O Cleo in a Bat Chat. H2O Ricky in an IS4. Commie in an AMX50B. Edgar in a mouse. And Kuma in an IS4. So, mix and match meta selection there. Interested to see what H2O Cleo does in the Bat Chat. Is he going to go for that fast cap on B? Potentially. Oh, don't be sorry, Barjar. Nothing to be sorry about, my friend. Nothing at all. So, final game. Traditional meta again for endgame this time. No diversity. You can see Endgame are getting the hit points mainly because they got those 2 mouses. Let's get a pie into the back. So, H2O Clio, looks like they're heading out towards the A cap for a fast cap, along with Evil Fantasy. Commie in the 50B, well, we've got, he's heading up to the B lane. He'll probably be joined by Edgar and the Mouse. And Gaseo Jones and Kuma are heading towards that C cap area in the park. Moving around to Endgame, well, Toby is far forward in the E5. A-cap will be taken. Last AFK Object 3 in the E5s as well, joining up in sort of in coordination with Toby. Shots going across already. Winch and Hollow Purple, either side of the B-cap. Radicos, oh, they're pushing right through. Radicos, last AFK Object 3, they're not wasting time here. They are pushing through, trying to put the pressure onto BPS, and it's kind of working. So BPS are under a little bit of pressure here. Commie has had to rotate back round. Isle of Susie Bay, Radicos, Hollow Purple coming around to sort of give Hedgar a hard time. Last AFK is there, Object 3 is there. Winch is the only one holding back at the moment, but he doesn't matter, he's a mouse. So Endgame really trying to take the fight to BPS here. And you can see you got Toby coming round, Object 3. Isle of Susie Bay is going to go down though, he's a one-shot. But look at the amount of hit points that BPS have lost here. I mean, they're being whittled down. Endgame have lost more, but down goes H2O Ricky, down goes Susie Bay. Hollow Purple is now being focused. Hollow Purple could go out here. Commie will go down first. Down goes Commie. Down goes Hollow Purple. So 2 tanks down a piece. But look at the hit points. The hit points are in favour. Well, they were in favour. They're not anymore. They're down. So 3 tanks down on BPS's team. Toby is the one shot. He's going to be focused by Kuma. Last AFK can't do anything about that. Thought about it. Winch puts a shot in. Kuma takes him down. So it's all but Evil Fantasy really getting pummeled by Radicos will take him down here. Oh, there he goes. So it's 3 against 4. H2O Clio in the back chat, still alive. Last AFK looking to finish him off along with Winch. They are looking to get that Bat Chat out the game. Bat Chat is gone. It's now 2 against too many. Hit points are in favour of Endgame. Endgame have got everything except base points. Kuma goes down, leaving Gaseo Jones as the last man standing. Gaseo Jones really can't do much about it. Let's get with Gaseo. There he is. We're rolling purely with Gaseo now. He gets tracked. Radicos tracking him, putting him in place, allowing last AFK farm, tries to farm but bounces. Gaseo Jones now trying to sort of angle up. He's got too many tanks to angle up to, i.e. 3 of them. But he's done a sterling effort here. Winch is a one-shot, but now Gaseo Jones is in a world of pain. This is going to go to endgame. Finished off by last AFK. Really, really good games by both clans. Again, not as easy as Endgame would have liked, but they really took the battle to them this time. And great stuff from both clans. BPS, well, they're coming along in leaps and bounds. But today it is about Endgame. So congratulations to Endgame, commiserations to BPS, but well played. Both teams. That will cement Endgame's position at the top of the table on the EU leaderboard. Let's have a look what happened with 3rd place. Clearly it's finished. So it was between BPS and Loka, the other BPS. And it went to BPS. BPS beating Loka 2-1 again in a decider. So BPS having a good day today, coming 2nd and 3rd, although they're 2 different clans, that doesn't really matter. Loka, well, they came 3rd. Well, how does that affect the leaderboard? Well, it doesn't affect anything realistically in the top 8, I don't think. BPS will jump up and overtake IW and probably A1N1 and APA. Loka will probably stay where they are, and BPS Gravitas may... No, they probably may not leapfrog Serenity. I don't know. But the changes are going to be in the top 16, not the top 8. Top 8 will just change positions slightly. Top 16, however, that's where it all comes. I don't know if... I think Raid will just be hanging on to a top 16th place. I think they will just be hanging on. It's not going to be easy for them though, I'll be honest with you. Well, I must admit, I enjoyed that. That was a great, great finish. Yeah, so, it looks like Pee-Poo Platoon. It does look like Pee-Poo Platoon. I'm sorry. He did tell me before, and I keep buggering it up. That's my bad. Oh, sorry, Pee-Poo Plat. It's Plat as in platinum. It's just that the 005, the 0E5 screws with my head. But he knows I'm not doing it on offensive purposes. But it make it difficult for me, Pee-Poo. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. It's been a fantastic end to this season. This PYS, sorry. We're back again on Monday with Prove Skill number 5, where it's getting close now, guys. Some teams are going to be missing out, and there's going to be disappointment. I'm back later today with NA, so until then, thank you for popping by. Thank you for popping in and you know, supporting the games. I've been Fujit. You've all been fantastic. I'd like to say massive, massive thanks to my moderators in the YT chat. They are the hung sung heroes of this stream, to be fair. They keep the chat nice and happy and lovely for you lot, so you can just enjoy the game more than anything else. So big round of applause to them, and you know, I'd be lost without them. Until the next time, guys, I'm going to go and get some rest before I have an NA. Until then, no matter where you are in the world, no matter what time zone you're in, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever that may be. Remember, guys, it's just a game, so get out there and have some fun. Until the next time, cheerio from me.